Hey guys, Welsknight here, bringing you another brand new episode of Minecraft Building for Dummies. Once again, I am joined by my friend BC from Alloy 7, and in today's episode, we're going to be putting everything that we've learned together to build ourselves a house. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Hello, BC.
Hello there, Welsknight. How are you, my friend?
Good, good. Welcome back to another lesson, I guess we'll say, in Building for Dummies, or what were you calling it? Noob
lessons.
Noob lessons.
For me, it's the Noob Lessons Minecraft edition.
There we go.
Where I meet up with friends on the internet who have been playing PC gaming. Well, really, it's friends who've been playing PC games that are newer than 1996. Like, I'm good at all the games prior to 1996. I suck at everything else that's come out after that. So get together with friends. We do some noob lessons. Good people like you teach me how to not suck at the game so bad.
Well, fair enough. Now we are on the final lesson. So let's just recap what we've learned so far. First, we talked about general features of design. And then we talked about depth over here using the walls.
Yep.
After that, we talked about color choice and color palette.
There they are.
And then we talked about design by doing, or detail specifically, by doing a little interior room in here.
Yes, sir.
So what we're going to do in this lesson is put it all together, and we're going to build a house together. And
we are.
And we're going to try to make it not suck. That is our plan.
Yeah. Well, with you at the helm, I have no doubt that it won't suck. You're just going to have to wait for the old grandmother driving her car looking through the steering wheel to keep up with you.
It reminds me of, is it the Esurance commercials? Where the lady's like, I tagged you on my wall. No, Grandma, that's not how it works. So why don't we get kind of a basic shape laid out first?
All right.
And one thing you can do to instantly make any house look better is make it not a box. So if you go with some shape other than just a box, that will help immensely.
Right.
So let's do that first. Let's lay out maybe something like this. And then we'll kind of, let's make this the main portion of the house.
Okay. I'm in my inventory trying to get all my bricks and stuff situated.
Let's see. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 going this way. Let's make that 7. Yep. Let's go one more. There we go. So why don't you go ahead and let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's 9.
So let's go 9 over here as well. And then I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
And then we'll just connect those up. Oh. Like so. And that will give us kind of a... I don't know what the technical term for that type of shape is, but that's what we'll go with. But then that would give us a really big flat wall over here. So let's kind of mix that up a little bit as well by adding in another shape, maybe like right about here or so. Actually, I'm thinking here, because that'll give us a window. Yeah. So let's go like that, and then bring this out as well. So
excellent.
Something like this. That'll make it nice and easy. This will be kind of the shape that we go for.
All right.
So now let's choose out a floor. And I think we'll go, what do you think of birch for a floor?
I think birch is good.
I think it's a nice light color. And I think it works very well for floors and ceilings. So let's go birch. Let's just fill in this whole section inside the stone bricks.
There we go.
And this will go much faster with somebody else helping me place said blocks.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
It's not quite World Edit, but that's advanced. That's a master class. That's advanced lessons. You'll have to get someone other than me to teach it.
I don't know that I'll ever get that event. You know, the funny thing, what'll end up happening down the road is my son, once he gets indoctrinated to playing on PC, he'll be the one to teach me how to do everything.
Maybe. We will see.
Most likely.
Who knows?
He bought, his mom bought him all the Minecraft books, so he schools me. Dad, do you know how to use redstone properly? I'm like, man, I don't know any of that.
I don't know how to
I built a diamond castle. What do you want from me?
I don't know how to do redstone. I'm terrible at redstone. I can build cool. I can build cool looking things, but redstone, no, not so much. So let's go maybe let's go 5 high with these.
Okay.
Yeah, I think 5 high is a good height. And we'll just do that with all of the walls, and we'll leave the corners empty, I think.
Yeah.
And we'll put something else in the corners. I've got a couple ideas for that. So, yeah, it looks pretty good. There we go. So, what other games are you planning on doing in this Noob Lessons series of yours?
So far, I've got you working with me on Minecraft, and then I've got a good friend. I believe you know Anna from the Gamer Life series. Mm-hmm. She will be working with me on Starbound.
Okay.
Which I actually suck at quite a bit less than I do Minecraft. And then another friend of mine named Uncle Boom is going to be helping me with Arma 3, a game that is actually more difficult than real combat.
You would know. Well,
I wouldn't know. And I think I did a Let's Play of it once upon a time, you know, going into it thinking it was going to be a little bit easier than the game actually was.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got to a point where it was like, okay, I don't know what controls I'm supposed to use to do any of this. And I had to stop playing. And I made the comment, you know, to the audience, was like, look, I don't mean to leave you guys hanging, but if I'm being real with you, real firefights are easier than this game. So just throwing that out there for anybody who's like me, who doesn't spend their life playing PC games. Basically left the PC world back in 1996. I think Duke Nukem 3D was the game I left off on. And it was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. So Uncle Boom's going to help me with Arma 3. And then we'll see where it goes from there. If it catches on and the audience digs it, then we'll keep it going.
All right.
May even give some of the audience a chance to take part in the show, as I'm very much about bringing the community into our space to create videos with us. Oh, okay.
So I'm thinking cobblestone walls in the corners.
Okay, yeah.
Because you always see logs in the corners. Always. And I want to kind of mix that up a little bit and do something that's the same kind of concept, but a little bit different.
Yeah, I like that.
So we're going to go with cobblestone walls stacked on top of each other just like this. And now for the part that will make or break a house. And that is, of course, the roof. The roof is what will make or break pretty much any house ever. So let's take these little bits. Let's just knock the top one off. And put a spruce log there so I can properly lay out the shape of the roof. And I'm thinking we could keep it nice and simple and do just a simple triangular roof.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down with that.
So we'll have it come to a peak there. But then we're also going to have it come to a peak on each of these sides as well.
Alrighty then.
And the two little bits that kind of jut off to the side over there, they're going to kind of intersect with the main section. And that will just help everything look good. Now, for the actual roof texture, I think maybe we'll go... How would oak look? Or maybe we would use dark oak. I'm thinking dark oak for the roof itself.
Let me see what you got.
So let's grab dark oak here. Something like that. And then keep in mind that we're going to highlight the edges of that with something like stone brick.
Okay, cool.
Which I personally love the effect of. Very rarely do I build a house now where I don't highlight the roof in some sort of way, whether it's stone brick or a different shade of wood or whatever it may be. So
yeah, I can dig that.
And then we can start just kind of laying out the roof here. And we can keep it nice and simple. Build up these sides. Just like so. And then underneath, if you want to sneak over here.
There you go.
Underneath those stone brick stairs, we can put some upside down ones, and that'll give us a bit of a, just a bit of a, you know, more of a roof structure instead of these real kind of thin. It makes it look a little bit more manly, if you will.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say it looks like a girl's haircut the other way.
Yeah. You got to add in that little bit of oomph, if you will, to the roof to give it some actual shape. And then we just basically from there, you know, once we get the outline down, all you got to do is connect the whole thing up. And then it's good to go.
It's quite a bit easier than I thought it was going to be with the way you're doing this. I like this.
All comes down to proper planning. If you lay out the kind of base shape first, then it just becomes a matter of, you know, it's like coloring. You know, all you got to do then is fill in and don't cross the lines.
Yeah.
So, makes it nice and easy to do it this way. We'll bring this all the way around as well. There we go.
I'm going to watch how you did this centerpiece here so I can see how that's done. Okay, there's that one.
Oop.
Ah, okay. Roger that.
Just like that.
That makes sense.
And then upside down stairs. And that's it. That's all there is to it. And then we just got to fill the whole thing in. So you can do that. You can start tackling that one over there. And I'll start laying down some of these steps or stairs or whatever we want to call them. And I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get the rest of the roof filled in here. And we'll be back in a moment.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, so we got that going.
Yeah, I butchered the other side over here.
Oh, that's all good. Yeah, this way, this is how I personally like to do my roofs, is get the kind of shape first, and then it just becomes a matter of working our way down the line to actually, you know, as I said, it's like coloring. It's like coloring books. Once you have the base shape, then you just got to fill it in.
There we go. Finally.
Yeah.
Now I got it right.
Yep. And then just upside down stairs and all these little gaps. Oh.
There we go. All
Beautiful.
Right. Took me a minute, but I got it.
Good, good, good.
Good learning there. Now for this one, we're just following the pattern, right?
Yep. And that's basically it. And all of them will kind of intersect with this larger middle section of the roof. And that's where it'll all kind of connect up. And give us a shape that is not a box, which is what we want. And then we can just do something like this.
Oh, I think I crossed paths there.
Oh, No, that's okay. There we go. All right. So we've
Nicely done.
Yeah, actually looks pretty good. Let's do a quick fly around, make sure all the stuff is right, and I'm not seeing any goofy misplaced blocks or anything like that. Looks good to me. Sweet. All right, guys, we are back, and we got the roof all filled in, so now it's time to add some detail to this house in the form of windows and other things like that. So where do you think we should put the entranceway on this?
It's a great question. I was debating on whether to do it from one of the sides here. I think if you're looking at it from the way I'm looking at it, a door right here kind of centers the house.
It does.
But it also can do it from this perspective, which is actually quite a bit larger. And probably makes more sense to have the foyer come from either this side or this one over here.
Yeah, I'm thinking, let's see. Yeah, I'm thinking right here. I mean, we can actually, we could have a couple of doors. Although I just noticed that this is an odd number, or not, that's an even number. Is there a middle to this? No, there's not a middle to this one either. Oh, no. Well, we can have double doors.
There you go.
I guess. Actually, let's do this. Let's be real sneaky.
There you go.
Put a door in here. And then we could put another door in maybe over here or something.
Sure.
And then this little area could be like a deck.
Yeah, that'd work.
So we could take this out to maybe here or so. Like that. And then we could take some birch stairs upside down and put them around. Let's do one more layer. And put them around here like this. And then we got kind of a nice little deck. And then we could even put like a little staircase right here.
That'll work.
Then that leads up to the deck. And then we can take some oak fences and put them on our deck right there. So I got a nice little deck area, nice little patio type thing.
I can live with that.
Yeah, I agree. And then windows. Windows are your friend, and there's a few really easy things you can do to make windows instantly look better. First of which is, of course, using glass panes and not glass blocks.
Yeah,
exactly. That is that alone makes a huge difference. Let's also put a window in here and there. And maybe we will make this a double door. That wouldn't be a bad thing necessarily. Like so. And then this can be a window right here. Now, you'll notice that I'm taking these stairs, and that's just creating additional depth.
Absolutely.
Doing it that way, as opposed to just plopping the panes in. It almost looks like a window frame. Doing it this way. Now, you're good.
Tearing the house up.
Breaking things.
Absolutely.
There you go.
All right, sweet.
There. Now we got our windows, or at least some of our windows, not all of them, but we got a good portion. And now we just need to knock out windows elsewhere in the house. So we can put maybe a window here. Like so, and maybe another one over here.
Right there with you, boss.
and right there. So we're getting these windows just kind of put in where we want them. And this house is going to end up, I think, with quite a few windows, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Windows are a very easy, almost too easy, of a way to add depth and detail to the side of a house, or at least especially to the exterior of a house.
Or you could just be like me and build your whole edifice out of glass.
Or you could not. Now, there we go. So you got that kind of going. That doesn't look too bad. This side of the house definitely still needs some love right in here, I think.
Yep, I agree.
But, you know, we're making progress. We're getting there. So it's not too bad. It's going pretty well. And then ultimately, at this point, we just have a little bit left to do. We'll have the interior. I don't think we're actually going to do interior design in the house. If people who are watching this would like to build the house and do interior themselves, and, you know, I would love to see it. You know, send us a picture on Twitter or something.
Absolutely.
That's always really a cool feeling. But I don't think I'm going to do interior just due to time constraints. I don't think we'll have time for it.
Absolutely.
But
or, you know, folks, if they're YouTube creators, can absolutely create the house, record it, and then.
Oh, absolutely.
One of the things I do on my channel often is tell people, look, make a video in response, ship it to me. I will be glad to shout it out.
Oh, absolutely.
Make people aware of it.
Totally agree.
Same for anybody watching your channel. If they came my way, I know they'd have to be good people if they're rolling with Welsknight.
I agree. Actually, one of the coolest things that happened to me when I was a young boy, first starting YouTube, I remember back in my day. One of the coolest things I ever had, there's this little boy who is like, I think he's like 8 years old. I'd known his dad through YouTube a little bit. And his son was a great fan of my content and actually made a video with his dad's help, pretty much mimicking one of my 15-minute build series. And it was absolutely adorable. It was probably the cutest thing I'd ever seen.
That's really cool, man.
Yeah, it's a cool feeling. It's a cool feeling to see people kind of take what you've created and make it their own. But let's kind of get a ceiling in here. I'm just using oak slabs to kind of fill this in. We're not going to do the attic. The house will have plenty of attic space, should you like to actually build this house itself. But I want to cover up that ugly roof, because the interior of the roof does not look so amazing.
True.
And, you know, time constraints. I could make this an amazing looking house. The two of us could make this an incredible house if we had 4 hours to build it.
Yep, and I imagine most people will clock out somewhere around 15 minutes, and we'll have 3 hours and 45 minutes of awesomeness that only you and I are going to watch.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's assuming that I even watch it.
Yeah, exactly right.
I think I might
clock
out
after 3 hours
after
and 45 minutes between children yelling in my face to watch said video.
All right, so we got this going. That we need some lights. So you remember some lighting tricks that we picked up?
I do indeed. Now, I'm trying to figure where I'd like to do that at. Because what I'm thinking is I wanted my inclination, and I'll get your input on this, is to put it in the part of the room where the darkness is the heaviest. So furthest away from the windows toward the center. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep. So I would do that somewhere circa in this area.
Yep. That's what I would do as well.
I
would also consider maybe making a kitchen area somewhere over here.
Nice. So I'll go ahead and get the lighting technique squared away just in case folks haven't seen one of our previous episodes.
That's fine by me.
How to get this done.
And I'm going to add a little bit of detail to the kitchen area by doing a nice tiled checkerboard floor.
Oh, yeah, I like it. Is that quartz and...
Quartz and black stained clay.
Well done.
Yeah. So we got kind of a kitchen area. And you know what? This is actually one situation where nope, just kidding. Still not any good. I was going to put in the diamond just as an homage. As you know, but no, it still looks like garbage. So then we can maybe do something like this, and maybe we'll put some light gray carpet around it.
Oh, okay, my bad. I was messing up your work here.
No, it's all good. You know, just do a simple pattern like that.
Yeah.
For a little rug or whatever. Maybe it would look better with the green on the outside and the gray on the inside, but it doesn't really matter. As I said, we're not doing interior. We can, however, add some very easy detail to the outside.
Now, by quick question for you during your builds, and you can continue doing what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you typically keep your houses, if you're not building like a castle type situation, do you typically keep these types of houses to a one-story rambler?
It really depends on the house. Sometimes I'll do 2 stories, sometimes I'll do 1. It all really just kind of depends on what the style of house is. For example, a modern house, I would usually make 2 stories. Something like this would technically be a 2-story house.
Right.
Because the attic adds plenty of space, and I would probably incorporate an actual staircase leading up there. But it really depends on the house. Sometimes it's 2 stories, sometimes it's not. It really all depends.
But do you ever do it is it typically an attic as your second story? Do you ever do like living space?
It really depends on the style.
Gotcha.
Based on the architectural style of the house. That's really what's going to determine whether the second floor is an attic or a full-on, fully developed, furnished area or whatever it may be.
Gotcha.
So now we've got this nice kind of area cleared out here, and we can add some more detail to this by kind of making a little pathway. So by doing that, it all comes down to randomness and just incorporating randomness into your build. So if you take some coarse dirt like this, and maybe some cobble and some maybe gravel, believe it or not. Gravel can actually look good if used as a pathway. I do actually like it for paths. Well, we could do something like that, and then kind of mix in cobblestone over here.
Okay.
And, we got a nice little pathway that leads up to the house now.
Nice.
And then I just took bone meal and put that all around the outside of the house. And we could take maybe some saplings, maybe like an oak sapling or a birch sapling. And I think an oak tree would look really good right there.
Nice.
And maybe another one, maybe on the outskirts, like right out here.
Nice.
So kind of a little cabin in the woods, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, if you really wanted to get crazy, you could even take oak leaves, bushes, if you will, and kind of start some of those up on the roof and kind of bring them down.
Ah, okay.
Like the house is kind of overgrown a little bit. You know what I mean? Just a little bit, not a lot. You don't want to overdo it. But just I don't think I like it right there. But you get the idea. There's a lot of different ways you could add detail, but I think overall it's a pretty good house.
Yeah.
It gets the job done. It looks good. It incorporates the lessons of depth and shape and color and all that kind of stuff that we've learned throughout the series.
Absolutely.
And I think it's good. And I will be looking forward to seeing you build things that are not made of diamond and glass.
Indeed. This is really wonderful. I thank you for taking time out for me, brother. Obviously, we enjoy spending time together, so there's that aspect of it. But I want to take time to thank you for sitting with me, showing me the ropes here in Minecraft, teaching me that there are other things that I can build with besides diamond and glass and nether brick. And I know you got a busy life. I know you got a lot of things going on, working to build your presence in your community. And just on behalf of me and everybody in the Alloy 7 crew, I want to thank you. I want to take time also to invite everybody on Alloy 7 watching this video. Actually, let me look at him so you can see his name. My friend Welsknight here, if you hadn't caught on to the fact that that's who I've been talking to this whole time. I want you guys to go check out his channel, subscribe to it, become a part of what he's doing in his community, because it's really excellent. And it very much falls in line with what we're doing here at Alloy 7 in our attempts and our vision to create a stronger, more harmonious gaming community. Thanks for taking time to listen to me ramble. Thanks for taking time to listen to Wells do excellent work. And
well rambling.
Huh?
Well rambling.
Well rambling. And if you dug this video, as always, share it with a friend. And if you're not a subscriber here at Alloy 7, allow me to welcome you to become such, so that you can be a part of us building the stronger gaming community and seeing all the different types of work that we do. But before I shut things down, I want to turn it over to Welsknight in case he has anything he wants to add to this very long closing that I'm doing here.
I think that is pretty much it. There are links to my channel and his channel and all of our social media and all that kind of good stuff in the video description, of course, so check those out. But other than that, I would just like to thank all of you so much for watching, and we'll definitely see you next time.
Later on, good people.